Exxon and Talau strikes more oil in Guyana's waters. Mother is banned from daughter's funeral after questioning the circumstances of her daughter's death. Body of US-based Guyanese chef found lifeless in Kitty apartment. In the region, Colombia plane crash kills 7 and injures 3, and internationally, oil prices surge after attacks on Saudi facilities. Greetings and welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. For the 16th time, oil has been discovered in the water offshore Guyana. On Monday, the Department of Energy announced that the multinational oil companies ExxonMobil and Tullow Oil have discovered more oil in the Stabroek and the Oranduke blocks respectively. Exxon's most recent discovery was made in the Triple Tail well, located approximately 3 miles northeast of the Longtail discovery. Once total, this amount will be added to the 6 billion plus barrels of oil equivalent ExxonMobil has discovered thus far. The DOE also announced that Tullow Oil made its second discovery in the Joe 1 prospect well. According to reports, the company intends to drill an additional 3 wells in 2020. In other news over the weekend, the Guyana Police Force is currently investigating the death of a US-based Guyanese chef in Kitty, Georgetown. More from Esther Sobers.
More questions and answers surround the circumstances of the death of 51-year-old US-based chef Andre Gordon, called Blackie. Gordon's body was discovered by a friend on Sunday at around 9:30 hours at his Lot 51 Station Street Kitty apartment. Police are yet to ascertain whether foul play was involved, as he was found naked, face down with his wallet and short pants laying in a nearby chair. The body bore no visible marks of violence except for a streak of blood coming from his nose, according to a neighbor, and detectives found no evidence of a breaking. However, it is believed that an individual may have carted off with cash and other valuables that belonged to the victim. According to reports, the CCTV cameras in the area indicated that a woman, suspected to be a foreigner, had entered the house at around 20 hours on Saturday. She was reportedly seen leaving at around 8 hours on Sunday. Gordon was scheduled to leave Guyana on Tuesday. Gordon worked as a chef in a vegetarian restaurant in the Avenue of Brooklyn, New York. Meanwhile, the police are reviewing the surveillance footage from nearby residents. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Coming up after the break, early morning house fire causes millions in damages, and mother banned from her daughter's funeral after questioning the circumstances of her daughter's death.
Styles. Simply different.
Wouldn't it be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill? Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient.
You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass, and put this in a composting bin or pile.
Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home. We also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. Early Saturday morning, fire of unknown origin completely destroyed a family home and business on the east coast of Demerara. The businessman said that he was awoken by neighbors informing him that his workshop, which is situated at the back of his home, was on fire. The blaze quickly ripped through the Pradeep Furniture Factory and Barn situated at backlot 243 Phase 1, Good Hope, East Coast, Demerara. It quickly spread to the businessman's single flat concrete home in front. All 5 occupants of the home managed to escape safely, but they were unable to salvage anything from the house and the workshop. The businessman has estimated his loss to be in excess of 60 million Guyana dollars. An investigation into the cause of the fire has been launched. In this report, SSOBRS tells us that one local mother has been banned from attending her daughter's funeral after she questioned the circumstances of the young woman's death.
Jane Ridley tells us that her 27-year-old daughter, Amanda Wills, also known as Mandy, a well-known hairdresser, had returned from a trip to Suriname 2 months prior to her death. At the time, she was in high spirits and seemed to be in good health. However, this all changed one morning when Wills began acting strangely and lost consciousness.
She go to work. She go to work, she go other places and do her business and so. And when she go back home, soon she put her foot over to the bed, to the house. She go to put on some food, and then after she feeling giddy, she step into the bedroom, and she fell on her Lawrence Riley and Anthony Riley. That is the baby. Then Lawrence called me and said, "Mommy, come, it's emergency."
Wills was taken to one local hospital where she spent about a month. Nonetheless, her health deteriorated. Wills was unable to walk, speak, and survived only on saline. According to Ridley, Wills' older sister, Yonette Grahams, had requested that Wills return to her home where she and her husband would care for her. After a few weeks in the care of her older sister, Wills was rushed again to the hospital, where she later succumbed.
Some people in the hospital asked me what happened to her. I said, I really can't tell you, but they say she do some scan. And they start to pray for her, put their hand on her head, a nice girl, and praying for her. And I was crying, like I can't take it anymore. So I is going to the hospital.
The circumstances surrounding Wills' death has caused a grievance between Ridley and her living daughter, Graham. She questioned her motives, as she claims that Graham had refused to allow her to take part in a funeral arrangement and has also refused her request to have an autopsy be conducted on Wills.
I had an argument with her because the argument is to get more from her. Yeah, Janet. Me and she had an argument. So I said, Janet, when is the burial? She said to me that I don't have to know the burial. And she go down on her knees and she said, not under her dead body. I would never be on that burial because she's not buried and she's mourning.
This act has left the family to seek the intervention of the police. According to another sister of Wills, the woman who didn't want to reveal her name on camera said Graham also banned her from attending the funeral as she too is requesting an autopsy report. This is reported that Graham was able to take the body of her deceased sister to an unknown funeral parlor, claiming that Graham is the sister's caregiver and her mother, Ridley, is allegedly deceased.
I spoke with a police constable, a female. Her word was that any death that happened in the hospital, they have to get a police report. And Alberton Police Station is deal with that. She asked me the child name, I told her Amanda Beatrice will. She boxed the book. She asked when the child passed away. I said Wednesday night. When I boxed the book, there were no such thing as a police report in the book since the child died.
Nonetheless, Wrigley is actively working to get an injunction against the funeral, which is scheduled for Tuesday, the 17th of September. Headline News will update this story once more details arrive. For Channel 2 Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. When we return, Colombia plane crash kills 7 and injures 3, and internationally, oil prices surge after attacks on Saudi facilities.
Are you kidding me? Really? So wrong. That is not what we were taught at the Green Generation Guyana camp.
Is this the correct way to do it? Drivers, you have two options that you can use. First, you can temporarily put your empty plastic bottles in the trunk of your vehicle or on the ground on the passenger side next to you. Or secondly, place them in the nearest garbage bin you see. We need you to play your part in helping us keep the environment clean and healthy. A message from the Ministry of Communities, Green Generation Guyana Sanitation Program. For more information, please contact us on 592-227-2605, or you may find us on the World Wide Web at www.moc.gov.gy.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Styles. Simply different.
Welcome back. In the region, a small plane has crashed in southwestern Colombia, killing 7 people and injuring 3 others. The incident on Sunday occurred just a few minutes after the aircraft took off from the airport in Popayán, a city of about 270,000 people surrounded by mountains. 7 of the 9 people aboard were killed in the crash. 2 others were injured and were being treated at a hospital. The third person hurt was a child on the ground in the area where the plane crashed. Colombia's Civil Aviation Authority said in a statement it was investigating the cause of the crash. Aid operations have resumed in the Bahamas after Tropical Storm Humberto moved away, having missed most of the islands. Some communities are coming together for the first time since Hurricane Dorian hit 2 weeks ago, Al Jazeera's Alan Fisher reports.
For many, this was the first time to come together since the hurricane. The church, a source of comfort after some difficult days, open once more. The hugs were warm, the tears were real, the stories of survival frightening.
We watched our house and our home just got destroyed. I mean, limb by limb, or whatever you want to call it. It just, the waves were sometimes over 20 feet. Coming in and going over the roof, into the roof, because we had, sustained some damage in that area. We saw Dad, but luckily Dad didn't see us.
They're sharing what they have. One man and his family are sleeping at a friend's. One woman has a working well, so is sharing water. Community coping together.
We lost everything. We managed to salvage some little shoes and pants and stuff like that, and to get out and stuff like that.
A few of my church members have lost everything, so I thank God that I didn't have that major damage in my house like some of them, but we're all alive and we're holding on.
Just a short distance away in the Hudson neighbourhood, the work to rebuild has already begun. Many buildings survived but have been left a shell by the storm waters. This area is probably about 1 kilometre from the sea, but at the height of the storm, the water was so high it would have been above my head, simply inundating all of the houses in this area. People are saving what they can, but there's not a lot left to save.
Most of it is ruined, where we had the salt water and the sewage backing up into the building. Practically everything is, not worthwhile saving because of the contamination with the sewage.
George, like many families here, is hoping things will start improving before the end of the year. Getting back to normal, that's not even under consideration for now. Alan Fisher, Al Jazeera, in Freeport on the island of Grand Bahama.
And internationally, oil prices skyrocketed in early trading after Saturday's attack that cut half of Saudi Arabia's oil production and affected almost 5% of global supplies. Both Saudi Arabia and the US have promised to dip into oil reserves to make up for the shortfalls. France 24 reports.
Crude prices surged on Monday as markets reacted to a weekend attack against the world's biggest oil processing plant. Yet analysts warned the full impact of the incident, in which around 5% of global oil production went up in smoke, was still to be felt.
So far, we haven't seen any major decline in terms of either the production or the export volumes coming out of the kingdom as such. It's going to take a few days or even weeks before we actually see the numbers reflecting the actual impact of the incident.
Oil prices hit a 6-month high of nearly $72 a barrel on Monday, the biggest one-day surge in over 30 years. In a series of tweets, U.S. President Donald Trump said he had authorized the release of oil from the country's national reserves in order to meet global demand, while Saudi Arabia also announced it would tap into its supplies until production was restored. Yet despite these assurances, many economists predicted the incident would have a lasting impact on the global economy.
When the price of oil jumps, that increases the cost for doing business for everybody. It will make a global recession much more likely.
Besides hurting production, Saturday's attack also raised investor concerns about the stability of the world's oil reserves, concerns that are only likely to grow in the event of military escalation between Saudi Arabia and Iran, another of the region's top oil producers.
Here's the 3-day weather forecast.